All right, so in the next couple videos, we're going to be doing some basic things for people who have never used ChatGPT, including signing up. So if you're a ChatGPT veteran or you've already used it, you already have an account, feel free to skip this video. Again, this is for people who have never used ChatGPT. So you need to get an account first. The good news is it is free. If you just Google OpenAI ChatGPT, you should be taken to a page that looks like this, and then you can click on this Try ChatGPT button, and then you're going to be taken to a page that looks like this. So again, as of this recording right now, ChatGPT is free to sign up and use. So you're obviously going to go here and click on sign up. Okay. And then you're going to create an account with your email address or with your Google account. So I already have an account, so give me 1 second while I log in. All right, so you'll have to go through some kind of onboarding. I don't remember. Again, I already have an account, obviously, but once you are logged in, your interface should look like this. Again, at least at the time of this recording, it's a very easy and straightforward interface to use. So let me just point out a couple of things. Now, let me note, I am on the Pro plan. It's $20 a month. So this area for me, or the Plus plan, you can see right here, is going to look a little bit different. I'm going to have different models or more models than you are. You should, if you're on the free plan, have access to this or probably both. If you have the default, we're going to be using the default in this course. Okay, so this is default GPT. And just to give you a little, heads up, these are the different models that OpenAI is releasing as they consistently improve and iterate on the tool. So the vast majority of people are using this default one. So if you're not already selected on the default one, use that. If you don't have the default, you can just use the legacy. Okay, so it's either default or legacy, but if you have default, use default. So that's the model. Okay, now down here is the chat box. So you can just say, you could talk to the AI. Hello, how can I assist you today? And this is how you generate content. You talk to the model, right? And we're going to be obviously going through this throughout the course, but this is the chat box, and it's just the back and forth, kind of having a conversation and instructing the AI on what you want it to do. So that's this part here. Now up here, you'll notice your conversations. Okay, so every time you start a new chat, which you can do by hitting this button, okay, new chat, your history, your chat history is going to appear in this top left corner. So if you want to go back yesterday or an hour ago or 2 weeks ago to a different conversation that you had, you can find them all over here. Now, a good tip here is that you can edit the name of the chat to make it easier to remember, okay, by clicking into the chat and then hovering on this edit button, right? And so you can rename the chat here and then click that check button. The other thing that you can do, if you don't need the chat history anymore for whatever reason, or you want to clean it up, you can just hit this trash button, and obviously it's going to trash the conversation, which should show up down here. All right, so that's chat history. Then the last thing to point out just in the UI here is this bottom left-hand mode. So again, this is where your trash lives. You can change dark to light mode. You can update your account information. You can upgrade to the paid plan if you want. You can log out, and then there's some updates here. So last thing on the paid plan, again, you only need the free plan 100%. If you are really into ChatGPT, you may consider updating to the Pro plan. So number one is it gives you constant access to the tool. On the free plan, if they're overloaded with people trying to access it, they may say, hey, we're down right now, come back in a couple of hours, right? So that's benefit number one, is that you always have access to the tool. Number two, as I mentioned, is that you get access to the different models and the different plugins, which they're just releasing yesterday. All this is changing so fast. So again, on the Plus plan, you get the newest model, which right now is GPT-4. It's just better. But again, the default is totally fine. And then also on the Plus plan, we're not going to cover this right now because, not everyone, or the vast majority of people, will not have access to it. But again, just to point out, the Plus plan includes what they're calling plugins. Okay, so this plugin, they're calling it browsing, allows ChatGPT to access the internet in live time. Again, we're not going to really go over that right now because the vast majority of people will be on the free plan. But I just wanted to point out some of the benefits of using the plus plan if you so see fit. Number one, you always have access to the tool. Number two, you get access to the latest models as they're released. And then number three, you get access to these new plugins that they're constantly releasing. But for the vast majority of folks, you should have either the default or the legacy or both. If you have both, then use the default. Again, at least at the time of this recording. So that's all on the free plan. But anyway, that's kind of how you sign up to ChatGPT, and that's how you navigate around the user interface.